All right, got it all done. Slip this play right here. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be solid. Okay. And what happened is your wheel. Well, all right. Well, welcome back to Clark Performance 101 YouTube channel. All right, welcome back to the Clark Performance YouTube channel. Today, we're not really doing any performance stuff. We're just gonna do a bunch of normal maintenance to this old G3500 over here. We're gonna be doing an air compressor, fuel filter, just some things. There's an output shaft seal that's leaking. And I guess what we're gonna figure out today is we're gonna figure out how to redneck some AC work, I guess. Cause this thing, we gotta put an AC compressor and of course a dryer and all the good stuff, you know. But I don't have an AC machine, so we're gonna have to do this the old school way or the redneck way, whatever you wanna call it. So yeah, stay tuned. I mean, you might learn a thing. I might learn a thing today. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, stay tuned, I guess. We'll actually got to get this jacked up. I'm gonna do underneath of this first. So I'm gonna jack up the rear wheels. I got to pull the drive shaft out so I can do the output shaft seal, which will be that bad girl right there. So yeah, I will, I don't know if I'll put it, I'll do something. I'll figure it out. Alrighty, hold on. And these 4 bolts are 11s. Yeah, just another beautiful day here in the middle of the United States. There is some background noise out there, so if you hear any of that, sorry. I've got some people out here mowing some fields, so. Now is just a good time to just peek around, look at everything, make sure everything's happy. You know, I mean, you're under here, you might as well. All right, got them strap bolts off. So now you just get your pry bar in here and give her a little tug. It should pop right out. And I always like to check my U-joints to make sure they're happy. So I'm gonna bring you, I guess, probably, I don't know. maybe down over here. I'm gonna take these two bolts out for the support bearing. Alright, now's a good time to check to see how that's working. Make sure nothing's floppy or any of that. Make sure U-joint moves. And then, now that I forgot, okay, just hold tight real quick because I forgot a drain pan. But yeah, what we're really going after will be this leaky seal up here. We're gonna replace that, make sure everything's happy. But yeah, just hang out with me for a minute. Got that out. So now we're gonna pop that seal out, clean it all up, put a new seal in it, and then we'll go from there, I guess. And everything on that shaft looks okay. I just don't know. Maybe put you right here. Hopefully that works. Just like that. Old seal's out. Everything else looks really good. Guess I could bring you in for a close-up. Yeah, just make sure everything's happy and clean. And we'll go grab that seal. We'll get that smashed in there real quick. All right, I guess I just don't know. It's hard to tell what this GoPro is filming, okay? I know I suck. I'm gonna try to get better. Okay, you can see it. Okay, it fits in there. Fits in there. We got the right seal. Okie dokie, we're back. Give that a wipe down. I always fill this area up with grease because it helps from that little, what is it? This little spring. There's a little spring in there that sometimes likes to fall off of those. So I always pack those full of grease, and then I'll put a little bit of RTB on the seal. And you always want to find something that's like the exact same size. I mean, a race driver isn't going to fit in there because of that output shaft. So, go ahead. Ooh. Good even. And I have an old center pin for a differential that I like to use to make sure everything is seated. Just like that. Alright, I am gonna grab my scraper real quick. I'll be right back again. Alright. So now I'm just gonna scrape some of this stuff off. Alright, that should be good. Now, I always carry a piece of Scotch-Brite around so you can sometimes you just got to polish the shaft, you know, give it a good sealing surface. Just like that. You can't catch your fingernail on nothing, so that's good. So now we're pretty much just gonna reverse what we just did. So I guess I will probably move you guys back here again. Sorry about all these awkward movements. But that is life when you're working underneath of a van on the floor. Alright, try not to hit the GoPro. Oh. Okay, just run them up a little bit. And hook this end back up, which I am happy with all of the U-joints in this shaft, so we ain't gonna take it a whole lot further than that. Okay. Looks pretty good. Just gonna go ahead and give this some love taps to make sure it's seated. Now we're going to use some of that there blue Loctite. Just because we don't want no bolts backing out. And this van is actually getting ready to go to a mission trip in Chicago, supposedly. And I was given the honor to giving it a good check over before they left, and we found that that seal was leaking, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace that seal. And as you could tell, it really didn't take too long, but you know, some people make things harder than they really are sometimes. I mean, really, you could do this out in your driveway, which this is a two-wheel drive van, so it wasn't such a big deal, but some of them are a pain in the butt. I will tell you that. All right. Oh, sorry, hopefully my head just wasn't right in the way. I bet you it probably was. But yeah. Me, I've been around so long, I know the exact torque that these need to be at. Click. Did you hear it? And I heard it. But you, if you're out there doing this, you should probably look up torque specs and make sure everything is torqued to what it needs to be. Or don't, you know, whatever. It's an option. Alright. Alright. And them are tight. So now, that is back together. Now we can tighten up these two bolts. Exactly, torque to specs. And there you go. There's one job done on this. Just like that. Boom. That is done. So now we're on to the next thing, which I thought was kind of wild because this thing actually has a fuel filter on it. So this thing's got over 100,000 miles on it. I would imagine this is probably the original fuel filter. So we're going to go ahead, swap that out real quick too, which is also a pretty easy procedure too, on this one anyway. Ouch. But yeah, this one all you got to do is loosen up the nut and then unbolt it and slide it out and put the new one in. So as long as everything goes good and it's not rusty and kind of like how this one is, shouldn't be too bad. Let's go ahead. Of course. Okay. Be right back. I'm gonna grab some lubricant real quick. We are back. Always a very good idea, all these older units, just go ahead and soak them down, you know, because down here in the middle of the United States, we have this thing called rust, you know. It does a thing. There we go. Okay, now that I got that side loose, clean up my little messy spot here real quick. Because that is the thing, when you're down here, you got to slide through all this stuff, you know? You don't want that all over your shirt. Okay. All right, I want to try to get you in here to see just how some of that fluid is. See how dirty? Well, I guess it's kind of cleaning up now, but yeah, we're just gonna let that do a drippy thing for a minute. Because I don't know if you've ever had gas in your armpits, but it's not a great time. So now you just pull that out. And this one actually does not have a name on it, but now is a good time to try to break all these nuts free, because this front one was trying to spin the whole pipe, so I actually had to spin the filter off of it. So now okay, so that one's moving free again. And this style of filter actually just seals with a little O-ring, so alright, and then on this filter, I don't know if you could see it, probably not, but there is an in and an out, so you got to make sure that you put it back on right. So alright, I'm gonna go grab a stubby real quick. And just like that, replace the fuel filter.